Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome back to TCM and day 26 of 31 Days of Oscar. Tonight, our celebration of the Academy Awards doubles as a memorial tribute to an extraordinary actor and a legit Hollywood legend, the singular Robert Duvall. Born Robert Selden Duvall in San Diego in 1931, he was a military brat, the middle son of a U.S. Navy Rear Admiral. He wasn't an actor until he left home to attend a small liberal arts school in Illinois, Principia College. Why acting? Well, according to Clyde Haberman's excellent obituary of Duvall in the New York Times, Duvall fell into acting because he was, quote, terrible at everything else. In 1955, after a short stint in the Army, Duvall moved to New York to study at the neighborhood playhouse. That's where he met two of his closest friends, later his two roommates, Gene Hackman and Dustin Hoffman. In a career spanning 7 decades, Duvall delivered some of the finest performances of the 20th century: The Godfather Part 2, Apocalypse Now, Tender Mercies, The Paper, The Apostle, and the TV miniseries Lonesome Dove, to name just a few. He had a gift and a reputation for disappearing entirely into his parts. By and large, directors liked working with him. Herbert Ross, who directed Duvall as Sherlock Holmes' associate Dr. Watson in The 7% Solution, believed Robert Duvall could play any part in any type of movie. Only Duvall and George C. Scott, said Herbert Ross, have the range and variety of Laurence Olivier. That said, Robert Duvall's way and a director's way often clashed. Haberman quotes Duvall as saying he was always wary of directors. For example, he butted heads with Henry Hathaway, who directed Duvall and John Wayne in True Grit in 1969. Summing up his work with directors, Duvall said, I don't try to be a hard guy to work with, but I decide what I'm going to do with the character. I'll take direction, but only if it kind of supplements what I want to do. If I have instincts that I feel are right, I don't want anyone to tamper with them. Along the way, Duvall earned 7 Academy Award nominations, 4 for Best Supporting Actor, 3 for Best Actor. Up next, we have his first Best Actor nod. It's from 1979, The Great Santini. The title is a reference to Duvall's character, Lieutenant Colonel Bull Meacham, nicknamed The Great Santini. He's an exceptional Marine pilot, but a miserable husband and a dangerously incompetent father. Blythe Danner plays his wife, and Michael O'Keefe, who also earned an Oscar nomination, his oldest son, each of them trying to navigate the violence and stunted emotional awareness of Bull Meacham. As the son of a naval officer, Duvall could relate to the Great Santini, an adaptation of a novel by Pat Conroy, whose father inspired the character. But Duvall said his dad was quiet and brooding, nothing like the emotionally explosive character you're about to see. From Orion Pictures in 1979, adapted and directed by Louis John Carlino, The Great Santini. The Great Santini is based on a novel by Pat Conroy, one of the 20th century's great Southern writers. Conroy set nearly everything he wrote in South Carolina, including his best-known novel, The Prince of Tides, later adapted into a film starring Nick Nolte and Barbra Streisand, who also directed it. Conroy based The Great Santini on his own challenging family dynamics. The Bull Meacham character was inspired by Conroy's father. Conroy later said his father hated the book, but he was delighted to see that his character in the movie was played by Robert Duvall. As Conroy put it, my father took full credit for Duvall's career. The Great Santini earned Robert Duvall a Best Actor Oscar nomination, though it was hardly his breakthrough role. That had come nearly 2 decades earlier when he gave an unforgettable debut performance as Boo Radley in the 1962 adaptation of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. By the time he made The Great Santini, Duvall was one of the most respected actors in the business, with 2 Oscar nominations under his belt for his supporting roles in The Godfather and the film we have coming up. Duvall stars alongside Marlon Brando in a film from a longtime collaborator, director Francis Ford Coppola. Apocalypse Now from 1979 is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Apocalypse Now, then The Champ, and later, A Star is Born. Oscar's name is in lights tonight.